Hey everyone, it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 5 in the 2022 Countdown to Christmas series, and it features a card with lots of layers. So here's a picture of the card, and I'm going to show you the supplies. We don't end up using all of them. The first thing is Sassy and Crafty's Merry Mousemas. We don't end up using that, but we do use Lawn Fawn's Giant Holiday Messages and the oval die from the coordinating die set from Lawn Fawn, as well as an oval die, and we're going to use the sentiment Warm Winter Wishes and emboss it onto this piece of watercolor paper that I had. I created that from one of the Simon Hurley's foam stamping blocks and a die. So totally go in a different direction and end up using holographic paper with that snowflake paper, and then the holographic paper to cut out the die, the doily die. And then we're also going to use MFT's Merry Chris Moose stamp set. We're going to use some Canson XL watercolor paper, and I'm going to ink up the moose stamp. So I apologize, a lot of this video, and I didn't realize it, is kind of towards the bottom of the screen. It's not the best quality, so I do apologize for that. And I'll tell you guys what happened. I ended up having Mila today, and she wanted to craft. So my camera situation got all messed up because she was crafting at the desk. So I apologize that it's not centered. I did fix it, and you can see some at the end. It gets a little bit better. So I cut out the smaller oval from that watercolor paper that I created, that watercolor background, and we are going to put some light kaolin clay mask over top of that, so to get off any of the oils or any remnants that might be left behind that would make it that would attract stray embossing powder. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to use my embossing ink from Hero Arts. That's the embossing ink cube, and ink up the entire stamp. It's a very large one, and it's the first time I've used it, so I did ink it up a couple times, just like I did the moose. I inked that up a couple times as well and stamped it down. And then we are going to heat emboss with some Recollections Sparkle Embossing Powder. So you see it here, I'm just dumping it onto the oval, and when we heat emboss it, it does not come out really well. You can see it close up. It is very, very light. So what I probably should have done was gone in with a little bit of more ink and inked over top of it to kind of give because the background's light and the embossing is light. So I probably should have done that, but I wanted that sparkly silver, and so you can kind of see it on camera, and in the pictures you can see it, and in person you can see it. So I'm hoping that it doesn't look too bad. I made sure that I heat embossed that entire sentiment, and then look at how nicely that fits on to that like oval doily from that Lawn Fawn set. I think it fit almost perfectly in there, and it just was a die that I had in my stash. So now I'm going to take the piece of snowflake paper and attach it to that holographic paper. The holographic paper is cut down to 1/8 of an inch smaller than a standard A2 size card base, and then the snowflake paper is cut to 4 by 5 1/4, so 1/4 of an inch smaller than the card base itself. And you can see I put it on crooked. For some reason, that holographic paper is not cut evenly. No matter what I do, I have such a hard time getting it to cut evenly. So I think the paper is actually slightly off on one of the sides. It's slightly longer on one of the sides. So I have to figure that out because it's happened to me more than one occasion. So if it was just once, I would say it's user error. So after those layers are attached, we're going to start watercoloring with Distress ink. And the reason that I decided to do watercoloring with Distress ink today is because, like I said, I had Mila, and we came over to my house, and she was so funny. We have a golf cart down the shore, and when I take her to school, she obviously has to sit in a car seat. And it's just been a pain in the butt to get the 5-point harness in and out of my brother's truck and into my car once a week, and then he's got to come pick it up. So what we decided to do was do the booster seat for her because she's tall enough, she weighs enough. So my brother said, okay, let's sit in the car seat in the house today. Just he wanted to see how she looked in it. And she goes, it's my golf cart seat. So she was all excited because that's the one that we use in the golf cart when we take her anywhere down the shore. So that's what she associates it with. So we put that in my car. We came here. We did a Target run, and then we went to the butcher, and then we came here and had lunch because she wanted to hang out with the cats and she wanted to craft. So we did some heat embossing with some watercolor with Distress ink, and she had the time of her life. She was loving life. And we also did some ink blending with stencils. So really, she had such a great day. And up until she was petting Lucy, and Lucy, my cats are 19. I think Lucy is slightly losing her eyesight, and she kind of Mila went underneath of her jaw and was trying to pet her under there, and Lucy bit her. Not hard, didn't break the skin. There was not even any marks. I think she just kind of nipped her to kind of give her a warning, like, I don't want you to touch me anymore. Well, that caused hysterical tears, and, the only thing that made it better was a Hershey kiss. My kind of girl. Because when we were coming downstairs to go see Lucy, we had come upstairs to see Fred, and we went downstairs to see Lucy, and she said, I just need chocolate. And I said, oh, if she's not my mother's granddaughter, because my mom loves chocolate. So anyway, Mila just wanted chocolate, so I knew that a piece of chocolate would help her feel better because, she thought Lucy was mad at her because Lucy got, bitter. So that is one of the first things that she told my sister-in-law today when she came home. But I knew she was going to, and Lucy didn't hurt her, so she was fine. It was just she was tired and, was just upset that she thought Lucy was mad at her. She gets really upset if she thinks anyone is mad at her. She gets really, really upset. So anyway, that was why I decided to watercolor with Distress ink, because Mila was doing it today and had so much fun. I thought that I would do that for the card. And again, this is why it is up later, because it was a surprise. I did not know I was going to have Mila today. I actually took off of work. I have almost every Friday the rest of the year off, which is why I said that I would do videos on Fridays. However, my mom usually watches Mila on Fridays, and my mom has bronchitis, so obviously she can't be over there. So my brother had to go to work. My sister-in-law had to go to work. My sister-in-law had a brunch with administration people this morning, so she obviously couldn't stay home. My brother couldn't stay home, and I said that I would go watch her. And we had a great day. Mila is so funny. She's intentionally funny. She's at that age where poop and butt jokes are funny. So she was mooning me this morning. She's just a crazy little thing. But she is funny. She's so caring. She wanted to go see Fred. She wanted to make sure that Fred was okay. And she gave both Fred and Lucy kisses and made sure that they had their toys. And she even gave Lucy a blanket. So, much love for the cats, and she's just so cute, and she was so funny. So, and people at Target were laughing at her because every time we walked down an aisle, she was like, oh, look at that. She was so excited to see everything. And we found a bunch of stuff that could go on her Christmas wish list. So she kept saying that she wanted things for her birthday, but then I told her that Christmas comes before her birthday. She goes, oh, well, then I'll just ask for it for Christmas. So we're going to ask for a lot of toys this Christmas, it looks like. So now back to the card. I am now finishing the final details on that moose. I did fussy cut him out off camera. I added some eyelashes, some dots to his eyes, and 3 dots to his cheek, which I do to a lot of the characters just to give it a little something extra. And now we're going to take the ATG to add tape to the front panel for the card base, attach it to the card, attach the sentiment, and then pop up that mousse. Oh, if you guys have not already gone over to the intro video for this series, please head over and check that out. There are giveaways throughout this entire thing. So the intro video will explain everything. It's listed in the description box what you have to do. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this series. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you want to see, a technique or anything for any of the remaining videos, because I always love hearing what you have to say. And that is the card for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video. Bye!